That crashed. Hmm. Sucks I can't preview it without OBS crashing. Kinda sucks. Alright. Alright, so we got movement situated. I just need to limit it from moving beyond the linear x-axis. Alright, so let me think about this. So if we push Y, we want to change position ourselves. Alright, it looks like I do have controller drift, so I'm gonna have to add a threshold. Point three. If less than, because these do appear to be providing me a float, and we want to move only when we're on the floor, right? So base is on floor, so if it's less than, greater than x, but instead of using else, I'm gonna use separate if statements because I don't know what other edge cases I'm gonna be implementing. This should be fine. So we'll be, I mean, it already calculates it. Position X. So if it's a negative, alright, that's negative. Maybe we should implement a speed. What's up, King? Doing good. Just here trying to figure Godot out. Probably a better way we could do this. But for now, I'm gonna separate this. So the speed will dictate how fast someone moves left and right on the screen. So what I'll do is set speed at, it looks like they're using floats, one being like the highest and points whatever as the lowest. Guess let's do this for now. Mutable. Position is mutable. And now borrow self speed as immutable. I think it's because I'm using mutable. Yeah. Sure this is still working. Alright, so now we gotta do the Y. Oh, it's moving it because we have this script on there. I'm not really seeing my changes. We gotta remove this. Ooh. This thing is not acting like the way I wanted. Clear. Oh, there we go. There we go. Alright. The reason it was working was because it had the script attached to it. this is not running because that is not on floor. What's up, Nightshade? This is Godot and Rust. I'm trying out the GD extension, the new one that came out for Godot 4. I'm trying to figure it out. I'm trying to understand how they're doing things. They're doing a lot of automatic things, which is kind of weird. So they introduced like auto associations. So when you create like a Rust class and you assign it to a derived Godot class, it auto like adds the object within like Godot itself, so you can like load it in. And I'm not understanding. I see it's loaded here, but I'm not understanding why I can't move this character. Input. Okay, I'll just do this first. It's taking my changes. Oh, I'm using the wrong. So I see. Body is on floor. Oh, my base is on floor. Position. Oh, it's not moving because I'm not setting the global position. Duh. Sets global position. Now borrow data and reference as mutable traits. Alright, let's change the song. What? Really? Alright, clone it is. Let's get the what? Can now borrow self speed as immutable. How to write Rust. Now borrow self speed. Really have to dereference it? Cannot dereference. Okay. That's gonna be a lot of boilerplate. The shame. Hey, I haven't written Rust in about a year. This consider can now borrow data from reference. All right. All right, we're gonna instantiate it every time. That sucks. Then I have to add slide. Move. Oh. Just sucks right there. I don't know what the memory repercussions are if I were to do this. Yeah. What? Really? Alright, well. Alright, perfect. I want to do this. Hold on. This doesn't want me to do that. Pause position. Yeah. Well, we're just gonna keep this like that. Alright, we got the X movement situated. Yes. If a user were to move the joysticks on the y-axis, we'll initialize like a jump. If they push it upwards, and then if they push it down, they'll kind of duck. Yeah, I think ducking would be cool. They push down. Alright, so we'll use is less than negative 0.3. Dock. Jump. So uh-oh. So if we jump, we can offset the y-axis from the position by like 200, but then it'll just appear 200 pixels or 2x 200 units above. Kind of wanted to transition, so it's like, and then falls off. So maybe create a flag while it's jumping. And jumping. That's the position. What is position? So vector 3. All right. So we'll pass a vector 3. Okay. position y is less than 4 units above the base, the floor, then we increment. We increment upwards by 2-0. Else goes false. What up, Musa? Long time, Musa. It's been about a year since I have streamed. Yeah. Funny thing, the last project that I was working on, I kind of sold it to someone. Someone found it really interesting. So majority of the time I was gone I was working on that. Alright, so position is less than 4. We want to position the user incrementally by 0.20 units, so it looks natural, like a natural jump. And if it's not, they're not jumping. So we're gonna increment to 4. Once it goes beyond that threshold, then we're gonna basically stop jumping. And then we need a use case if they're not on the floor, right? I think this is good for now. Process jump. Yeah, man, I'm getting old. It's actually in the genes. Members of my family get gray hair at very young ages. All right, so yeah, my father at 25 years, from what I've been told. So if Y threshold is actually, Let's do this instead. Less than. And it's on the floor. Go for it. Logis. It's kind of confusing just thinking about it. Joystick is less than. Oh, the reason why it's messing me up is the y-axis moving upwards is negative. So if I move the joystick upwards, it's going to be in a negative point in space. And the user's on the floor. We could set it to jumping. Alt. Base. Jumping. So you have to use really? I need to mutate it. What? Use some. Oh, I don't need to do this. Base is the character model. It's assigned to here, but has already. It's borrowed. Where? Oh. This whole base thing is all whacked out. Writing this. We'll refactor this later. Alright, so if it's positive, if this is greater than that, then we're ducking, right? But that will require like some sort of animation. So let's add a little comment here. Animation. And hitbox. Adjustment. So this should work. Let's oh yeah. Alright, that works. So we have jumping now. I can't jump directional though. Direction? Left, right. So oh yeah, idle. Okay, so if we're moving left, self direction, left, and then right. All right, so when we initialize the jump, and we're already moving left, our jump would slightly go to the left. All right, so Direction. Maybe this could be a switch, a match, I mean. Position X. No, it's negative. It's 2 by 10. And then this one's going to be plus. Right, yes, and it's a positive number. And then should be able to jump directional now. Oh, nope. That's glitchy. Oh, it's not on the floor. That explains it. Hold on, let's change this mesh to 50, 50, collision area, 50. Play it. I mean, let's see if I can share this. Oh, it seems to be running a lot smoother. I guess I can't show both windows or I start lagging like oh hell. Still feels kind of janky. Doesn't feel like smooth. I need to increase the threshold. I don't know how to account for controller drift. I mean, I could add a slider so the person sets it beforehand. But it's like, oh, I'm not setting idle. I should set idle beforehand. Yeah. Base. So, direction. Yeah, I need to set it to idle because the direction state is being set but not resetted within the loop. So it's always going to the left and right regardless of if I'm jumping straight up. Yeah, that works. That should work. So if I'm on the floor, we want to reset it. Try this out. So we're jumping straight up, but if we move sideways, we jump sideways. But we should be able to jump straight up regardless of the last piece of state. That feels better. All right. All right, we'll leave this here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to replicate this. Let's add body. Mark this, mark this. Paste that there. I mean, initially, both the body and head will be moved in the same manner, but the body will be moved with like the left joystick, and the head will be moved with the right joystick. So we're gonna have to change the joy axis right to left, but the logic essentially will be the same and differentiate accordingly to like the mechanics for each side of the body. Left. So joystick left. Okay, so we have body. I have to add this here. Player scene, we should be good. Looks good. I don't need this here. Let's move this to mod. And add this, import super, yeah. And do the same thing here. should be good there. So now we have our body class that should hopefully auto-generate without having to reload. Godot. Let's see. Duplicates. So instead of this being a sphere, it's going to be, we'll make it a capsule shape. Also make the mesh a capsule shape. Rename this to body. Oh no, that's not what we want. Damn it. Yeah, I can delete this. Copy, paste. We're just gonna create a new scene. F it. We'll do this the long way. I could do it here. Duplicate body. Load that. Yep, perfect. We'll do that. Make sure that's empty. Name this. Change type. Body. Yeah, it's gonna force me to reload Godot. Save. Alright. So change type. Which have body. Yep. Now we could change this to capsule. Why is there like circle still there? Is that just the center? Made. All right. So now we could just add body. Let's remove this XY log. Body, body. Gravity seems to be off. Position. Make sure we're loading the body. Yeah. Oh boy. Something weird is going on here. Oh, it's still loading that. Perfect. I don't know if this is going to be too much for people, but I don't know if this is like too much of like a meta game, moving two pieces at the same time concurrently. I don't know if this will be fun. Maybe I just maybe I just have like a physics mechanic that shoots the head away from the body based off the user's directional input on the right controller stick, instead of allowing them to move, and then like the left and right bumper buttons are like to detach and attach. You're essentially moving the both parts of the character with one controller. So the circle is the head, and the body is the sphere capsule looking thing. Not sphere, the capsule looking thing. Right, and the idea is, well, based off the theme of the game jam, it's spreading. That's the theme. So essentially, I'm like, maybe I could spread the character apart to like to solve whatever puzzle they encounter, you know. But I don't know if this is too much for someone to do, you know, moving two pieces of player at the same time to solve a problem. Maybe it's like the head is more directional, physics based, like they kind of throw it and then it comes back if they attach the head back, like it's magnetic. So that's what I'm saying. Like it doesn't feel natural when I'm doing it. Like my brain kind of just wants to move one piece at a time. Maybe I think about that later on, but I guess at least we have the movement for both player objects situated. It'll be cool, like for a two-player game, you know, one person controls the head and another person controls the body. Ideas. We also have only 14 days, so I can't really implement too much to build something that's going to be sufficient enough to at least get placed in it, you know? Like 7,000 people competing, so it's a high chance. All right. Let's think about this. Yeah, I think that's what I'm probably gonna go with. You detach and attach your head. You detach and attach your head based off of the direction your right thumbstick is pointing at. You can either hit an object or navigate around an obstacle. And then when you reattach it, you need to be inside of like a radius for it attached, like a magnet. You know, you have to get closer to your head, and you get perks to increase that range. I think that's the way I'm gonna do it. But maybe you could like change focus. Let's say you need to solve a puzzle, but your head is the only object that can actually fit through a space, right? So essentially you could detach but focus on your head only, navigate to what you have to do on the other side of that smaller section where your head goes through, and then you solve the puzzle there. And then you have to navigate back to reattach to your body, so your entire body could like pass on to the next level. I think that would be fun. So I need to figure out how to attach and detach those two objects. Yeah, that's the game plan. Yeah, I get so laggy when I have Blender open. Oh, maybe I could close that. I may have to like use a second computer. Alright, so we have to figure out how to attach ourselves to the body and detach. So I guess base character would be the body, and the head will be like a secondary object. So I would need to reference the head within the body so I could share like the top of the body's coordinates, like the top portion of it. This go there. So essentially head will be attached to this portion of the mesh, so we would need to be able to identify the coordinates of that portion of the mesh, and then within the referenced head object, the head class, we set the position of the object within that offset range. How would I do that within? So let's go to Godot, API docs. Let's go to the master. So I'm assuming we have to get the mesh, so I'm assuming they have faces or vertices. Oh, surface. Maybe let's see what they have. Surface. They have a surface tool. Ooh, that's bright. Blinding. Which is a type of resource that contains a vector array based off geometry. divided in surfaces. Each surface contains a completely separate array and the material used to draw it. Design-wise, a mesh with multiple surfaces is preferred to a single surface, because objects created in 3D editor software commonly contains multiple materials. So this is the mesh class. Are you saying I could get surface array? Surface get array. Huh. Let me bring this up here. I don't know if anyone can see that, but it's there. Surface array. So there's multiple surfaces within the array. So we need to identify the surface that handles the mesh. Oh, well, let's see how many surface arrays there are in the surface. We'll do it here. Base. Get node as mesh instance 3D. Okay. So we're gonna print this. Oh, it was part of the base. Self, no. Surface array. Unwrap. Get surface count. Surface array right here. All right. So let's check this out. So mesh get surface count. Let's see what this outputs. So we should get, oh, there's one. All right. All right, so there's one surface, so let's check out what this output is. Wonder if they have any examples. Well, they are using Blender files. That's cool. Where's the GD scripts though? Oh, right here. Where are they initializing and using the surface? Tester index. This tester. Okay, they're just using 0. I mean, they're not really, well, they're grabbing the position of the current object. Just want a current coordinate on the surface itself. Alright, let's see what this gives us. We'll just experiment and like put a random like object near that area. We'll float the head on whatever coordinate is available to us within this array mesh, and then we'll just go from there. let's see what this outputs. Let's reload. It's definitely too long. It's a tuple of XYZ. And they seem to be somewhat in sequence. So we could get the coordinate of the object itself. We get the coordinate of the object itself, and then use those coordinates to offset it. My only concern is the array ordered? Like, does it start building the object at the same spot every single time? Because if it changes, in theory, the coordinates will change as well. Give me 1 second, gotta take out my dog. Yes, one way we could do this. It's a variant array. We could confirm whether it starts from the same position to build the object by just outputting the same coordinate. Let's do 20. That array is way longer than 20 objects, so should be sufficient. Let's clear this log. Well, that's crashing. possibly be I'm accessing it incorrectly. Array type, unlike indices, and sizes are unsigned, so negative indices are not supported. Untyped array can contain any kind of variance. Variant array, which is just an alias for array variant. It also supports typed array, which are also array. It's simply an array variant. It's an array. Resize is empty. So I could do let's try that real quick. So I had 3 surfaces. So I was out of range, that's why I was crashing. So if I were to do get, let's do 4, see what that outputs. Let's do that. Get. It's a variant. So let's see what this is real quick. Oh, I didn't finish compiling, 1 second. A packed vector to array. Three array or 2 array? Okay. Um, this is interesting. I need to figure out how to get the appropriate type. Because it doesn't seem to be instantiating it directly. It's like a generic, I think it's called. But this seems correct. It's a bunch of 2D objects, which is placed together to create the 3D object. 51562. I mean, it seems right. Go to the main docs instead of the GD extension docs. So I could probably like reverse engineer their logic examples. Surface tool. PQRS. Yeah, I gotta figure out how to properly stream those tools without lagging. Oh, using the tool. Let's read that. Provides a useful interface constructing geometry. Interface is similar to immediate mesh. You set each per vertex attribute, normal UV color. Okay. With the service we call commit to finish generating the mesh. If an array mesh is passed to commit, then it appends to the new surface. Is this what I want? We're constructing geometry. I don't want to make geometry. Not at this time. Maybe that's not what I want. Mesh. And maybe that's not what I want. Mesh instance. Get active material. Get blend shape count. Let's see what Google has to say. Get specific coordinates on mesh surface in Godot. This seems proper. Compute the center of the mass using the tool, like surface tool. Some computational efficient way to do that with shaders, but you're probably fine doing it with in the scripts. I figured out that you can use mesh get AABB to get the boundary box of the mesh. Now I'm wondering, how could I get the boundary box of a spatial node? Let's try that out. Mesh get AAB. Oh, this actually might just be the cheat code right here. Hold on a second, let me move this out of here into the game loop. Because if that output is correct, then this gives me exactly what I need. Body. Not necessarily. Position and size. Getting there though. Just for reference, I'm gonna copy this into here, just so I could think about it. So it provides me the position. These don't appear to be moving. Based off of the user's input. Hmm. Oh, that's not what I want. This is what I want. Get ABV. Align boundary box consists of position, a size, and several utility functions. It is typically used for fast overlap tests. It uses floating point coordinates. The 2D counterpart to AABB is rect 2. Negative values for size are not supported and will not work for most methods. With the positive size. Get endpoint. Get center. I have to unwrap this. Nice point. Center. The end of the AB calculation. Center. Do they have to start? And zero 05.990. Okay. So let's. All right. So with that, let's just start. Let's bring in the head. We're in the body, right? Yeah. This. That's node as Head. Right. That's head. PLS. That's position. No. Position. So, add depth, global position, endpoint. I think this takes a vertex, a vector 3. Let's make head mutable. Mute. Oh, I'm gonna have to. Okay. So, to make sure this is actually working, we'll separate these two objects and see if they attach. Let's take this out of frame. I mean, it's doing something. So it's putting it here, putting it right next to the object. But it's not moving with it. I have to figure that out. I mean, I could get that position, calculate the top portion by using that base. But I also need to get the coordinates of the object. I mean, we have the position here, right? We'll clone it for now. I just want to test this. So this will basically, in theory, keep it in the same vicinity as the body. Oh, that spazzed out. Gotta step away from the computer. I'll probably be back in a little later. So I will catch you guys then.